We are going to start now the chapter 11 of class 9 mathematics constructions. So this is the first lecture. Now first is the definition of perpendicular bisector. So we are saying suppose a line AB, line segment AB, this is given to us. Then the perpendicular bisector of this line segment is CD. This is the perpendicular bisector over here. Perpendicular bisector means we are saying that this angle over here it is 90 degree and this length over here, this AO and OB, both these lengths, these are equal. That is, this line CD is dividing the line AB in two equal parts and this line CD is perpendicular to AB. So that is called the perpendicular bisector. Bisector basically means that it is bisecting it in two equal parts. Now the first construction that we have to do is that we have to draw a line segment of length 6.4 centimeter long. We have to draw a line segment 6.4 centimeter long and we have to draw its perpendicular bisector. We have to draw its perpendicular bisector and then we have to measure the length of each part. So to do this, what we are going to do is we have drawn the line AB. This line is of length, this line AB, this is of length 6.4 centimeters. Then we open the compass up to a fixed length and we keep the tip of this compass at this point A and we draw these two arcs over here. We draw these two arcs over here with the compass. Then we do not change the length of the compass. With the same length, we keep the tip of the compass at this point B and we mark two more arcs over here at the points where they intersect, this point C and this point D. The points where they intersect, we are calling them C and D, and then we join these 2 points C and D. We join these 2 points C and D, and the point where they intersect with the line AB, we are calling this point as O. Now these two lengths we are talking about, this length AO and this length OB. When we measure these two lengths, their value is 3.2 centimeter, and this line CD is basically the perpendicular bisector of the line A. Now next we have to give the justification that this line CD is the perpendicular bisector of AB. So to justify this, we are going to give the proof over here. So we are saying that we have joined the points AC, we have joined the points CB, BD and DA. We have done this construction. Now if we are talking about the triangle CAD, we are talking about this triangle CAD and we are talking about the triangle CBD. This is CBD. These two triangles we are talking about. So in both these triangles, what we see is that this length, the compass that we had opened, suppose it is of length X, then all these lengths are of X units. All these lengths, these are of X unit length, these all lengths. And this side CD is common over here. So what we get is that this length AC and this length CB, both these lengths, these are equal. We are saying this length AD and this length DB, both these lengths, these are equal. Then this length CD we are talking about, this is the common side. So what we get is that both these triangles, we are talking about CAD and CBD, both these triangles, these are congruent to each other, and we get that the angles ACO and the angle BCO, these two angles, we are saying both these angles will be equal, and this is by CPCT. Now if we are talking about the triangle AOC, we are talking about the triangle AOC, this triangle, and we are talking about the triangle BOC. It is BOC is this upper triangle over here. We are talking about these two triangles. So in these two triangles, we are saying again this length AC this will be equal to CB. Then this length CO, this is the common side, and we are saying that these two angles over here at C, both these angles, these are equal, that we have proved in our previous part. So what we get is that triangle AOC and triangle BCO, both these triangles, these are congruent by SAS criteria. We are talking about these two triangles over here. One is the triangle CAO and second the triangle COB. Both these triangles, these are congruent to each other, and if these two triangles, these are congruent to each other, we get that AO is equal to BO, and angle, these two lengths, these are equal, and these two angles, these are also equal. If these two angles are equal, they form a linear pair over here. These form a linear pair at this point. Linear pair means their sum is 180 degree. So individually these angles over here, their values is 90 degree. So we are saying that this line CED is the perpendicular bisector of AB. Next is we have to draw the bisector of a given angle. So first we are talking about the definition of bisector. Bisector means this angle AOB is given to us. So the measure of this angle is x degrees. Bisector of this angle means we are talking about this AOC line we are talking about, and we are saying bisector means these two lengths, these should be equal to each other. So we are saying both these angles should be equal to each other. So we are saying that OC is the bisector of angle AOB. This line over here OC, it is the bisector of angle AOB. Now next we are talking about draw an angle of 110 degree with the help of a protractor and bisect it. So we are saying we are drawing an angle over here, this AOB. This angle we have drawn, and the measure of this angle is 110 degrees. This angle we have drawn with the help of protractor. Protractor means we are talking about, we will keep the protractor like this at this point. Then this angle will be 0, this angle will be 90. Likewise we will have marking of angles over here, and we will get that some angle over here, it is 110 degrees. So we have to, now we have this angle and we have to draw the angle bisector with the help of compass. So to draw the angle bisector, we are saying that we keep the compass at this point over here, and we have drawn an arc QP. We have kept the tip of the compass at this point O. We have kept the tip of the compass at this point O. We have opened the compass to a fixed length, and we have marked this arc QP. Then without changing the length of the compass, we will keep the compass at this point Q, and we have marked another arc over here. Then without changing the tip of the compass, we have kept the compass at this point P, and we have marked this arc P over here. Then we are joining these two points O and C. This point we have named it as C, and we are joining these two points O and C, and we are saying that this line is the angle bisector. So to measure this angle, what we are going to do, we will keep the protractor, we'll keep this protractor over here, and when we will measure this angle, it will be something like this. So the measure of this angle you will get, it will be, the measure of this angle you will get, it is 55 degree. So with the help of protractor you can measure this angle, that this angle is 55 degrees. Now next is the verification or justification we are talking about. This justification word that we are using, this you can also consider it like the, if we have to prove, we are talking about proof. So we are saying that join the points CP and CQ. We are talking about these points over here. This is the point C. We have joined the point CP and we have joined the point CQ. Now in triangle OPC. We are talking about this triangle over here, and the second triangle we are talking about, it is OQC. We are talking about these two triangles over here. What we have done, we are saying from the point P, we have kept the compass at point Q and we have marked this arc. Suppose its length is x. Then we have kept the compass at point P and we have marked this arc, and we are saying suppose this length is also x. Now both these lengths are equal. Second thing we have is, when we have the first step that we have done, we have kept the compass at point O and we have marked this arc QP. It means this length is x and this length is also x. So if we look at these triangles OCQ, and second triangle we are talking about is OCP, in both these triangles, these sides, these are equal to each other, these sides, these are equal to each other, and this side is the common side. So we get that both these triangles, these are congruent to each other, and what we get from this is that angle POC and angle QOC, if these two triangles, these are congruent to each other, then we are getting that both these angles, they are equal by CPCT. So it means that this angle is the bisector of angle AOB. Now the next construction that we have is, we have to construct the angles of measure 60 degree, 30 degree, 15 degree, 120 degree, 90 and 45 degree using ruler and compass. So first we are going to draw the angle of 60 degrees. We are going to draw this angle. So the steps of constructions are, we are drawing the ray OA over here. This is the ray OA we have drawn. Then with center at O, we have marked an arc. We are saying this QP over here. We have drawn this arc QP over here. We have kept the compass at O. We have opened the compass and we have marked this arc PQ. Then in the next step, without changing the radius of the compass, we will keep the compass at this point P and we have marked an arc over here. And this point we are saying where it is, this arc is intersecting with OB. That point we are saying it is the point Q over here, and we have joined these two points Q, O and Q. We have joined both these points O and Q, and we get this line OQB. So we are saying that this angle AOB is the required angle of measure 60 degree, and we can check it by measuring this angle using a protractor. By using a protractor we can measure this angle. We can keep the protractor over here like this at this point, and we will see that the angles are given over here, and at this point this angle will be 60 degree. So what justification we have over here is that first of all we have joined these points P and Q, and if we look at these three lengths over here, we are saying this OP length, this we have marked an arc, so this is of length x, this OQ is of length x, and this QP is of length x. All these three sides we are talking about O, P and Q. OP, PQ and QO, all these three sides, these are of sides of length x. It means this triangle is an equilateral triangle, and we know that the measure of angle of an equilateral triangle is 60 degree. So this angle over here, this angle AOB, the measure of this angle is 60 degrees. Next we have to construct the angle of 30 degree. So angle of 60 degree we have already measured, and we know that how to find the angle bisector. So we will first construct the angle of 60 degree. We are saying suppose this is the angle AOB. This is an angle of 60 degree, and then we are drawing the angle bisector of this. So angle, we are going to keep the compass at this point O. We have marked this arc PQ. We have marked this arc PQ. We have opened the compass to a fixed length and we have marked this arc PQ. Then we will keep the compass at this point Q, and next we will keep the compass at this point P. So by keeping the compass at Q, we will mark this arc over here, and by keeping the compass at this point P, we are marking an arc over here, and what we get is, we get that this OC, this is the angle bisector of AOB. Both these lengths are equal to each other. So this line OC is the angle bisector of AOB. Next we are saying we have to construct the angle of 15 degree. So to construct the angle of 15 degree, we are saying that we have drawn a line OA over here. This line OA we have drawn. And first of all, we are drawing the angle of 60 degree. So to draw the angle of 60 degree, we are saying we have drawn this arc PQ. This is the arc PQ we have drawn. We have kept the compass at point O and we have drawn this arc PQ. Then without changing the length of the compass, we will keep the compass at point P and we will draw this arc Q over here. So I am again repeating the steps. We are saying we have drawn a line OA, then we have kept the compass at point O and we have marked an arc over here. Then without changing the length of the compass, we have kept the compass at this point P over here and we have marked the point Q at this point. And when we join OQ, we are saying we are getting this line over here. This is the point B, and this length we are saying this is length. This angle is of measure 60 degrees. Now we have to bisect this angle. So to bisect this angle, we are saying again we have kept this compass at this point P and we have marked an arc over here. Then we keep the compass at this point Q and we will mark an arc over here. Then we will join these 2 points and we will get that this is the line we have obtained. This is the point C that we have. Now next what we have to do is this angle, the measure of this angle will be 30 degree because it is bisected by the angle of 60 degree. Now when we have to bisect this angle, we are saying again we have to bisect this angle. So again we are keeping, we have kept the compass at this point P over here and we have marked this arc over here. Then we will keep the compass at this point and we will mark the arc over here. We will mark this arc over here. And when we join these 2 points, we are getting this line starting from O and we are saying this point is D. Now this line OD, this is basically the angle bisector of AOC. Angle bisector of AOC means we are talking about this is the angle AOD. So measure of this angle will be 15 degrees. Now next we have to construct the angle of 120 degree. So how to draw this angle is, we will start again with a line OA we are talking about. We have drawn this line OA. Then with O as center, then this point O as center, we have marked this arc over here. We have marked this arc over here. We have opened the compass and we have marked an arc over here. Then with the same length, we will keep this compass at this point P and we will mark this arc at Q, and we will mark again by keeping the compass at point Q. By keeping the tip of the compass at point Q, we have marked another arc over here, that is at this point R. So now what we have is, we are having this OA is the line from, we have drawn an arc PQR in the first step. Then we have drawn by keeping the compass at this point P, we have drawn this arc and it is intersecting in this point at Q. So basically what we have is this angle over here, this will be, this was, we have seen earlier, this was the angle 60 degree. again with the same length, by keeping the compass at this point, we have drawn this arc. Now we are saying again this angle over here, this angle is 60 degree. So basically we have drawn 60 degree angle two times. So we are saying that this angle is 60, this angle is 60. It means this total angle over here, this total angle over here, this will be 120 degrees. Now the next construction that we have, it is we have to construct the 90 degrees angle. So to construct 90 degree angle, we are saying what we can do is, we know how to construct 60 degree angle, we know how to construct 120 degree angle. So what we are going to do is, we are going to construct the 120 degree angle first. So for that construction, what we have to do is, we are saying that we are drawing an line over here, this you can say ray over here, this is OA. Then on this OA, we have drawn this arc PQR. We are drawing this arc PQR. How we have drawn this arc? We have opened the compass, we have kept the tip of the compass at the point O, and we have drawn this arc PQR. Then in the next step, with the same compass, we are saying that we will not change the radius of that compass or length of that point. So we have kept the compass now at this point P, the tip of the compass at this point P, and we have marked this arc Q. Then next we keep the tip of the compass at this point Q, and we have marked this arc R. So what we have drawn till now is, this will be the angle 60 degree, and this will be the angle 120 degree. Now in the next step, we have to bisect these two angles. We are saying if we bisect these two angles, then bisect these two angles means we are finding the midpoint of these two values. It is 120 plus 60 by 2. So that will be equal to 90 degrees. So bisect these angle means, now we have kept in the first step, we will keep our tip of the compass at the point R, this point R we are saying, and we will mark an arc over here at like this. Then in the next step, we will keep the tip of the compass at this point Q, and we will mark this arc over here. We will mark this arc over here, and then we will join these two points O and M. We have joined these two points O and M, and we are saying that this angle over here, this angle over here, this angle is 90 degrees. So same thing we have mentioned over here, that when we have to write the steps of construction. So what we have done, we have draw an arc OA, this is our first step. Then in the next step, we are saying with O as center and a convenient radius, draw an arc cutting OA. So this is the arc we are talking about, that PQR arc we have drawn. Then in the next step, what we have done, with P as the center and the same radius as above, draw an arc cutting the above arc at point Q. So next steps are, we have to mark this point Q, and we have to mark this point R over here. We are talking about these two steps. This is mentioned in this, and this R is mentioned in this step. And then in the next step, we are saying with Q and R, these 2 points we are talking about, with Q and R as center and the same radius, 2 arcs intersecting each other at M. This is the arc intersecting at M we have drawn. And then we are saying join O and M, and we will get this angle as 90 degree measure. Now next we have to draw the angle of 45 degree. To draw this angle, we are saying we have marked this arc, this ray OA over here, and in the first step we are drawing the angle of 90 degree, and by bisecting the angle of 90 degree we will get the angle of 45 degree. So to draw the angle of 90 degree, again same procedure is there. We will mark this arc PQR. Then by keeping the tip at P, we will mark this Q. Then Next, by keeping the tip at Q, we will mark this R. After this, by keeping the tip at R and Q, we will mark these two arcs and we will obtain this point M. When we will join O and M, we will get that this angle over here, this angle is 90 degrees. Now in the next step, we have to bisect this angle. So to bisect this angle, we have to draw the arcs from the point. We are saying this arc we have already drawn over here, P. So this point we are saying this point is S. Then in the first step, we will keep the compass at this point S, and in the next step we will keep the compass at this point P, and we have marked two arcs over here at this point C, and we have now joined this O and C. We have joined these 2 points O and C, and we are saying that this is the bisector of the angle AOB, and this angle will be, this angle over here, this will be 45 degrees angle. Now the next thing that we are going to do is the construction of triangle, rhombus and some other figures. So in this, the first thing that we have is some facts about a triangle. So the first thing we have is, in any triangle, the angle opposite to the larger side is always greater than the angle opposite to the smaller side. These results we have already discussed in our chapter of triangles. Second is, in any triangle, the side opposite to the larger angle is always greater than the side opposite to the smaller angle. So what this thing means is, if we are talking about a triangle is there, we are saying suppose this is the triangle, then in the first case we are saying this side we are talking about, this is the largest side. It means the angle opposite to it, this angle will be the largest angle. Similarly, if this is the largest angle, then this will be the largest side. Next is, the sum of any two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side. So this property means over here that if the length of the sides is x, y and z, then we have x plus y is greater than z, x plus z is greater than y. Similarly, z plus y is greater than x, that is sum of any two sides of the triangle, it is always greater than the third side. Next is, the difference of any two sides of a triangle is always less than the third side. So we are saying two sides, suppose x and y we are talking about, this is x, this is y, and we are talking about the difference of these two. Suppose I am saying y minus x, then we are saying the difference of these two sides will always be less than the third side. Suppose I am talking about z minus y, it will be less than x. So this is our fourth property over here, the difference of any two sides of a triangle is always less than the third side. Next is, the sum of all the three angles of a triangle is always 180 degree. So we are talking about three angles over here. Suppose these three angles, this is A, this angle we are B, and this angle it is C. You know this property that sum of all these angles A, B, C is always equal to 180 degree. Next is, in a right angled triangle, the sum of two acute angles is always 90 degree. So what this theorem is saying is, if one angle is 90 degree over here, we are left with two angles over here, this is angle A and this is angle B. The sum of these two angles we are saying, it is always, from this result we can see that it is always equal to 90 degrees. And last we have, in a right angled triangle, the hypotenuse is the largest side. So we are talking about, this is the hypotenuse of the triangle and this is the largest side. Now the next, we have this question over here, and we are given some values, and we have to prove that the construction of the triangle ABC is not possible in any of these cases. So first we are given that AAB is equal to 6 centimeter. We are saying we have to construct, suppose we are given any triangle we are talking about, it is ABC. it is given that the length of this AB is 6 centimeter, the length of angle is 45 degrees, and this BC, this total length over here, BC plus AC, this total length over here, it is 5.8 centimeter. Then we have to prove that we cannot construct such triangle. So what problem over here is, we are saying the sum of the two sides AC and BC, it is 5.8 centimeter, and it is less than the side AB. This is less than the side AB, and this thing is not possible because we know that the sum of the two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side. So we are saying that the construction of triangle ABC is not possible. Now second, it is AB is equal to 5. We are saying we have to construct the triangle we are talking about. It is ABC. We are saying AB is 5, BC is 4, and AC is 9 centimeter. Then what we see from this is that the sum of the two sides, we are talking about these two sides, that is AB and BC, we are talking about, this is 5 and this is 4 units. The sum of these two sides is 9 units, and we are saying that this side AC is also 9 unit, and these two cannot be equal. So we are saying this triangle we cannot construct. It is not possible to construct a triangle with sides AB is 5, BC is 4, and AC as 9 centimeters. Next we are talking about that AB is 5.4 centimeters, angle B is 60 degree, and BC minus AC is 6 centimeter. Again, the difference of the two sides BC minus AC, it is given that it is greater than AB. So what we get is that this thing is not possible. So we are saying again, in this case we cannot construct such a triangle. Now in this part, we have next part, we have to prove that this is given that BC is 4, angle A is 80, angle B is 50, and angle C is 60 degree, and we have to prove that we cannot construct such a triangle, or we are saying there is no such triangle over there. So if we calculate the sum of all these three angles, it is 80 plus 50 plus 60, that is equal to 190 degree, and we know that the sum of the angles of a triangle is always 180. So what we get is the construction of the triangle ABC is not possible in this case. Now the next thing we have is the construction of triangles, and the first construction that we have to do is we have to construct a triangle whose sides are 3.6 centimeter, 3 centimeter, and 4.8 centimeter, and then we have to bisect the smallest angle and then measure each of the parts. So we start this construction by drawing a line of length 3.6 centimeter. We are saying this is the line AB we have drawn. This we will draw using the ruler. So this line AB is of length 3.6 centimeter. Now in the next step, we will open the compass with a radius of 3 centimeter, and we will keep the tip of the compass at this point A, and we will mark this arc over here. We will mark this arc over here. We are saying we have kept the tip of the compass at point A, and we have marked this arc over here. The radius of the compass that we have opened, it is 3 centimeters. Next, we will keep the compass at this point B, and we will open the compass with a radius of 4.8 centimeters, and we will mark an arc over here. We will mark this arc over here, and this is of radius 4.8 centimeters. The point where these two are intersecting, it is this point C. Both these arcs, they are intersecting at this point C over here. Now we will join these points A, C, and we will join the point B, C. We will join the point A, C, and we will join the point B, C. Now this triangle that we have obtained over here, this triangle we are talking about, this A, B, C, this is the required triangle that we want to draw, that is triangle ABC. Now the next thing we have to do is we have to bisect the smallest angle. Now out of these three sides, this 3 centimeter side, this is the smallest side. It means this angle over here, this is the smallest angle. At angle at B, this is the smallest angle. Now to bisect this angle, what we have to do? We are keeping the compass at the point B. Now we are saying we will keep the compass at the point B, the tip of the compass at the point B, and we will mark an arc over here. We will open a fixed length and we will mark an arc over here. These points we are saying we have marked these 2 points, and after this, by keeping the compass at this point, we have marked another arc, and by keeping the compass at this point, we have marked the arc. The point where these 2 arcs they are intersecting, the point where these 2 arcs they are intersecting, we are joining B and this point. We are joining B and this point, and we are saying this point is D over here, and we have drawn this line DB, which is the angle bisector of ABC. We are saying this is the complete angle over here, and this is the angle bisector. BD is the angle bisector of ABC. And when we measure this angle, we get that the value of this angle is 20 degrees. How you will measure the angle? You will keep the protector over here. You will keep the like this. It is 0. Then you have angles over here, and then this angle over here. You will see that this angle over here, this angle is 20 degrees. And in this question, we have to construct an equilateral triangle whose altitude is 4 centimeter. So first thing, it is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means all sides are equal. Second thing we know about equilateral triangle is all angles are of 60 degree measure. Altitude means we are saying from a point, when we will draw the perpendicular, then its length is to the opposite side from one vertex. We are drawing the perpendicular on the opposite side, then the length of that altitude, it is 4 centimeter, it is given to us. So we start doing the construction with a line. We are saying, so this is the line X, Y, and we have marked a point D on this line. Now at this point D, we are going to construct an angle of 90 degrees, and we know how we construct the angle of 90 degrees. We keep the tip of the compass at this point D, and we will draw a arc over here. We have drawn an arc over here with the compass. After this, we will keep the tip of the compass at this point over here, and we will mark an arc. Then we will keep the tip of the compass over here, and we will mark another arc over here. After this, in the next step, we are going to keep the compass at this point and this point, and we are going to mark 2 arcs. From this point we have marked this arc, from the second point we have marked this second arc, and when we join these 2 points, we are saying we are obtaining this line over here, and on this line we are saying from the point D we will mark a point at a distance of 4 centimeters, and that point we are saying it is point A. From this point D, on this line we have marked a point A that is at a distance of 4 centimeter from D, and we are saying this point, we are calling this point as A. Now the next thing that we are given is that from this A we want to draw two lines at the angle of 30 degrees. Why 30 degree? Because this is an altitude over here, and we know that the altitude angle bisector, they are same for the equilateral triangle. When triangle is an equilateral triangle, the altitude and the angle bisector, they are the same thing. So we are saying that this line is also an angle bisector for this triangle. So we are going to draw the angle at A should be 60 degree. So we draw an angle of 30 degree at A. To draw the angle of 30 degree at A, again we will keep the compass at this point A and we will draw an arc over here. After this, we are talking about, we have drawn this arc over here. Now on this arc, we are saying we are marking, keeping the compass at this point, we have marked one point over here and one point over here. So these two angles that we have, these 2 points that we have marked, they are basically the 60 degree angles. We are saying this angle and this angle. This angle will be 60 degrees angle, and this angle is also 60 degrees angle. After this, we are going to bisect this angle. To bisect this angle, we will keep the compass at this point, we will keep the compass at this point, and we will mark 2 points over here. Then we will keep the compass at this point, we will keep the compass at this point, and we will mark the lines like this, 2 lines like this. And when we will join these lines with this point A, when we will join these points with this line A, then we are saying that these two lines we are talking about, they are at an angle of 30 degrees. These two lines are at an angle of 30 degree over here. It means this total angle at this point, it is 60 degree. Now if we measure the rest of these angles over here, they will be 60 degree. Why? Because if this angle is 30 degree, this is the justification part we are talking about. If this angle is 30 degree at this point, we know that this angle over here, it is 90 degree because AD is the altitude. Then the angle at this point Y over here, this angle will be 180 minus 90 minus 30. That will be equal to 60 degree. So this angle at over here, it is 60 degree. Similarly, this angle at X at this point over here, suppose we are naming this point as B and this point as C, then this angle at B is also 60 degree. This total angle over here is also 60 degrees. So we are saying all these three angles, B at point B, C and A, at these 3 points, these three angles, these are 60 degree angles. And if we measure the length of these three sides, we are talking about if we measure the length of these three sides, that is BC, then AC, and then AB. If we measure the length of these three sides, we are saying the length of all these three sides is 4.5 centimeter. So this is how we can construct an equilateral triangle whose altitude is 4 centimeter. Altitude means we are talking about this length, it is 4 centimeter, and the rest of the sides we have obtained from this, and we have verified over here, justified over here, that these angles at A, B, C, these are of 60 degree. Now the next construction that we have is to construct a triangle whose base, one base angle and sum of two other sides are given. So we are saying we have to construct a triangle ABC in which BC is equal to 6 centimeter, angle B is equal to 60 degree, and AB plus AC is equal to 9 centimeter. We have to construct this triangle, and then we have to measure the sides AB and AC. So to construct this triangle, we are saying that we have to draw BC is equal to 6 centimeter. This is the line BC that we have drawn first, and this length of this line is 6 centimeters. Then we have to construct an angle of 60 degree at the point B, and to construct this angle we are saying we will keep the compass at point B and we will mark an arc over here. This is the arc that we have marked. Then after this we will keep, without changing the radius of the compass, we will keep the tip of the compass at this point over here and we will mark an arc over here, and this angle will be 60 degree angle. This thing we have seen in our previous results also, that this angle over here that we will obtain from this angle will be 60 degrees angle. Now from this point B and this point we join and we draw a line like this line BX we have drawn over here. BX line is basically the line at an angle of 60 degree. Now on this line BX we will cut off a point at a distance of, we are saying we will open the compass we will have, we will open it and open it up to the length of 9 centimeter. When we will open it at the length of 9 centimeter, we will keep the one end of the compass at point B and we will mark this arc over here at P. We are saying this length is 9 centimeter. We will mark this length P and this length is 9 centimeter, and we have joined the points C and P. We have joined these points C and P. We have joined these 2 points. Now we draw the perpendicular bisector of CP. To draw the perpendicular bisector of a line, we have seen our first result that what we have to do is we will keep the compass at point C and we will mark 2 arcs over here. One is this arc and second is this arc. Second, we will keep the compass at point P and we will mark 2 arcs over here. One is this arc and second is this arc. When we join these points, we are getting this line over here. And this line, we are saying where this will intersect with the line BX, we are saying this point is A. And what we get now is that this length BC, over here, this length BC is 6 centimeter. The length AB and AC, the sum of these two lengths will be 9 centimeter. This we can measure and we are going to verify this result. So how this length is, we are going to give the proof of this thing, that why this length is equal to 9 centimeters. So we know that the points on the perpendicular bisector, they are equidistant from the endpoints of the line. So what we mean to say is that this length AP and this length AC, both these lengths, they are equal. We have the length BP is equal to 9. We are saying the length BP is equal to 9 centimeter. We have AP plus AB, that is equal to 9 centimeter. Now we have already seen that these two lines AC and AP, they are equal in length. So what we get from this is that AP is equal to AC. It means AB plus AC, that will be equal to 9 centimeter, and this is what is given to us. So we are saying that our proof is complete, that this angle is 60 degree, that we have already know, and the sum of these two sides, we are saying it is 9 centimeter, and this third side we have already done, it is 6 centimeters. Now next we have to construct a right triangle whose base is 4 centimeter and sum of its hypotenuse and the other side is 8 centimeters. So this is similar kind of question that we have done previously, and the only difference is that in the previous question the angle was 60 degree. Now it is given that the angle over here it is 90 degrees, and the base is given to be 4 centimeters now. So we are saying that we are going to draw a line BC of length 4 centimeters, and from at this point B we are saying, we are drawing an arc over here. We have drawn an arc over here. How we have opened the compass and we have marked this point over here and an arc over here. Then with the same length of the compass, the tip of the compass at this point, we have marked two more arcs. Then by keeping the compass at this point, we have marked this arc. Then by keeping the compass at this point, we have marked this next arc. We are talking about these 2 points. Then what these points are representing? This is representing an angle of 60 degree and this is representing an angle of 120 degrees. Now in the next step, we are going to keep the compass at this point. We are talking about this point over here, and we will mark an arc. Over here. Then we will keep the compass at this second point and we will mark an arc over here. So basically we are bisecting these 2 angles, and by bisecting these 2 angles we will obtain a line like this, and that line will be basically representing the angle of, will be at the angle of 90 degrees. This line will be at an angle of 90 degrees. Now on this line, the same procedure we are going to follow. On this line we are going to mark a point D at a distance of 8 centimeter. Now what we are going to do? We are going to open the compass with the radius 8 centimeters and we will mark an arc D over here. We will mark the arc D over here. We will open the compass and we will mark this arc D over here, and the length of this arc we are saying it is 8 centimeters. Now the next step we have to do is, we have joined these 2 points C and D. We have joined these 2 points C and D and we obtain this line over here. And the next thing we have to do is, we have to draw the perpendicular bisector of this line. So to draw the perpendicular bisector of this line, we will keep the compass at point C and we will mark an arc over here. We will keep the compass at this point and we will mark an arc over. On the both side of this line CD, we will mark this arc. After this, we will keep the compass at this point D and we will mark the arcs at these 2 points. And when we will join these 2 points, we are saying we have obtained the perpendicular bisector of DC. This line is the perpendicular bisector of DC. And the point where this line is intersecting with line BX, it is this point A we are saying. And the next step we have to do is, we are just joining C and A. We are joining these 2 points C and A. So if we will measure the length of BA, we will measure this length BA, we will get it is 3 centimeters. If we will measure the length of AC, we will get it is 5 centimeters. So the sum of both these lengths, it is 8 centimeters. The justification for this is again the same. We are saying that this length AC and AD, they will be equal. This total length, it is 8 centimeter, out of which this much portion is 3 centimeter. So rest of this portion will be 5 centimeter, because both these lengths, they are same, because this is the perpendicular bisector, and any point on the perpendicular bisector if we consider, then the distance of the endpoints of the line is DC we are saying. Then if this length is A, then this length is also A. This result we have already seen in our previous chapters. Now the next construction that we have is to construct a triangle whose one base angle and the difference between the other 2 sides is given. In the previous case, it was the sum of the 2 sides was given. Now the difference of 2 sides is given. So our question is, construct a triangle ABC in which BC is equal to 5.6 centimeter. Angle B is given to be 30 degree and AB minus AC is equal to 3 centimeters. So to start the construction, the first step we have done is that we have drawn this line BC and the length of this line is 5.6 centimeter. First thing we have to do is we have to draw this line BC of length 5.6 centimeter. Next is we have to construct the angle of 30 degree. You know how we construct the angle of 30 degree? We will keep the compass at tip of the compass at point B and we will draw an arc over here. Then from this point, without changing the radius of the compass, we will mark another point over here. We will mark another arc over here, and this angle will be basically 60 degree. Then we have to bisect this angle. To bisect this angle, by keeping the compass at this point, we will mark an arc over here. By keeping the compass at this point, we will mark an arc over here. And when we will join these points, we will get an angle of, this angle we will get, it is an angle of 30 degrees. Now, we name this angle of 30 degree, this line, as BX. We are naming this as BX. And on this BX, we are marking a point D at a distance of 3 centimeter from B. So what we are going to do, we will open the compass with the radius of 3 centimeter. We will keep the tip of the compass at B and we will mark an arc over here, and this point will be D over here. Now this is the point, this is point B and this is the point C, and we will join these two points C and D. After this, we have to draw the perpendicular bisector of this line CD. So to draw the perpendicular bisector of CD, we will keep the compass at point C and we will mark two arcs over here. We will keep the compass at point D and we will mark the two arcs over here, and we will get the perpendicular bisector of this line CD. Get the perpendicular bisector of this line CD, and that line we are representing over here, and the point where this line will intersect with this line BX, we are marking this point as A. We mark this point as A, and we will join A and C. Now we will join A and C. So this BCA, this is the required triangle. So I am again explaining. First of all, we have drawn this line BC whose length is 5.6 centimeter. Next step, we have drawn this angle of 30 degree. We have drawn this line BX and its angle is 30 degree. This angle over here, it is 30 degree. Now on this line BX, we have marked a point that is D and it is at a distance of 3 centimeter. This point D we have marked and it is at a distance of, this distance we are saying it is 3 centimeters. Now the next step we have done is we have joined these two points D and C. We have joined these two points D and C. We have obtained this line DC and we have drawn the perpendicular bisector over here for this line DC, and the perpendicular bisector intersects the line BX at this point A, and we are saying this triangle BCA, this BCA, it is the required triangle. If we will measure the length of the sides, we will get that the length of the side AB, that will be 6.1 centimeter, and length of the side AC, that will be 3.1 centimeter. So the difference of these two sides, it is 3 centimeters. Now for the justification part, we are saying that this line that we have drawn over here, this line we are talking about, this line is the perpendicular bisector of DC. It means distance of the point A from D and distance of the point A from C, both these distance they are same. If this length is x, then this length is also x. This length we are saying it is 3 centimeters. So this total length over here, it is x plus 3 centimeters. This length is x centimeters. So difference of these two lengths will be 3 centimeters. Rest of the things that we have already drawn in the given way, that BC is 5.6 centimeter, angle B is 30 degree, and the difference of these two sides it is 3 centimeters. Now in this question we are given the question that we have done. We are given that this side BC is 5.6 centimeters. Then next we were given that this angle CBA, this angle at B is 30 degree, and the difference of the side that is given to us is AB minus AC, that is given to be 3 centimeters. Now in the next question that we are given this side BC, it is 6 centimeter. These two things, these are similar things that are given to us. Then it is given that this angle is 60 degree. In this problem also this angle was given, and similarly this angle is given to us. Now the difference is, earlier the difference of the side AB, that is this side AB minus AC was 3 centimeter. It means this side AB was greater and AC was smaller. Out of these two we are talking about, out of AB and AC, AB was greater side and AC was the smaller side. Now in the next problem we are given that AC minus AB is 2 centimeters. It means earlier our this side AB was longer side and AC was the smaller side. Now we have this AC is the longer side and this AB is the smaller side. So we will see how we will draw the triangle in this type of problems. So our next question is based upon this, that AC minus BC is equal to 2. So to draw this, we will start again by drawing the line BC, whose length is 6 centimeter. This is the line BC we are drawing. Its length is 6 centimeters. Then we will construct an angle CBX at an angle of 60 degree. We will draw this angle over here. It is at an angle of 60 degree. Then we are saying we will produce XB downwards to a point X dash. Produce XB means we are extending this line in this direction. And we will cut off at the point, we will mark this point D over here. We will mark this point D over here at a distance of 2 centimeter along BX dash. We are saying we will mark this point at a distance of 2 centimeters. In the previous case, we have marked the point on this line BX. Now we are marking the point on the line BX dash, that is in the opposite direction of BX. Now we join the 2 points D and C. We have joined these 2 points D and C, and then we have drawn the perpendicular bisector. So in both these cases, in this problem and the previous problem, the only difference is to how to draw this point D. In the previous case, this point D was on BX. In this case, this point D is on the BX dash, and hence we will obtain this triangle ABC. Now the things that are remaining is how to draw the angle of 60 degree, that we already know, that we have drawn this line BC. We have drawn this arc. On this arc, without changing the compass, we will keep the compass at this point and we will mark an arc over here and we will get an angle of 60 degree. Then we have extended this in the opposite direction. We have joined D and C. Then we have drawn the perpendicular bisector, means we will keep the compass at C and we will draw these two arcs. We will keep the compass at D and we will draw these two arcs. When we will join these 2 points, the point where it is intersecting with this line BX, we are saying this point is A over here. So we have obtained this triangle ABC. Now this line is the perpendicular bisector of XC. It means this distance over here, DA, if it is X, then this AC, it is also X. This BD distance we are talking about, this BD distance, it is 2 centimeter. So this AB distance over here, this will be X minus 2 centimeters. So this is what we have, that the difference between these two is 2 units. Now the next problem that we have is to construct a triangle whose two sides and a median are given. So we have to construct the triangle ABC. We are saying suppose triangle ABC is there, and it is given that the side AB, it is this side AB, it is 4.5 centimeter. Then side BC is this side BC, it is 6 centimeter, and the median AD, this median we are talking about AD, this is of length 4 centimeters. Now median AD means we are talking about this side over here, this is 3 centimeter, and this CD is there, this is 3 centimeter. So to construct this triangle, we are starting with drawing a line AB of length 4.5 centimeters. Then what we know is that this length AD over here and this length BD over here, these two lengths we know. So we open the compass with the radius 4 centimeter. We keep the tip of the compass at point A, and we will draw an arc over here. Then we will keep the tip of the compass at point B, and we will draw an arc over here. So what we get is, this is the point D over here. When we join these points, this is the point AD, and this is BD basically. So when we have drawn this arc by keeping the compass at A, its length was 4 centimeter. The compass that we had opened, it was 4 centimeter radius. And then when we have kept the compass at B and we have drawn this arc, the length of the compass, that the radius of the compass that we had opened, it is 3 centimeter. This is 3 centimeter. So we obtain this point D over here. Now we extend this line BD like this, and we know that this BC should be 6 centimeter. So we again keep the compass at point B. We keep the compass at point B, and we mark an arc over here at a distance of 6 centimeter. At a distance of 6 centimeter. And this point we are saying it is the point C over here. Now we join A and C. We join A and C, and we obtain this triangle over here ABC. We obtain this triangle ABC, that is the required triangle. Now next we have to construct a triangle, a right angle triangle ABC, in which angle A is 90 degree, hypotenuse BC is 6 centimeter, and AB is 4 centimeter. So we are talking about that we have to construct a triangle whose angle at A is 90 degree. These are the sides BC. This hypotenuse BC is 6 centimeter, and this AB is 4 centimeters. So one way to construct this triangle is that we can find the measure of this length AC, and we construct this triangle. We can find the measure of this length using the Pythagoras theorem, and we can construct this triangle. And another way to do this is that we have drawn a line BC of length 6 centimeter. This line BC is of length 6 centimeter. Then from For this BC, we have drawn the perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector means from B we will mark two arcs over here. From by keeping the compass at C without changing the radius, we have marked two arcs over here, and we have drawn this line over here. And this point we are saying this is the midpoint of BC. Now keeping the compass at this point and taking the radius is equal to this, yes, saying this point is O, we have drawn a semicircle over. We have drawn this semicircle over here. Now what is given to us is that this length AB is 4 centimeter. So we keep the tip of the compass at point B again, at this point B, and we mark an arc with the length 4 centimeter, and we mark this point as A. Now we join BA and AC. So we obtain a triangle ABC in which AB is equal to 4 centimeters and this angle at A will be 90 degree, because this BC is the diameter for the circle, and we know, so this is this circle we are talking about, this circle we are talking about, this is a semicircle, and we are saying this angle over here it is 90 degree. So what we get is that this triangle BCA, this is a right angled triangle in which this side is 4 centimeter, this is 6 centimeter, and this angle over here it is 90 degrees. Now we have to construct a triangle whose perimeter is 12 centimeter and the base angles are 60 degree and 70. Now the next construction that we have, it is to construct a triangle whose perimeter is 12 centimeter and the base angles are 60 degree and 70 degree. Now perimeter means sum of all the three sides they are given to us. So to construct this triangle, we start with drawing a line over here, and the length of this line we are saying it is 12 centimeter. That is equal to the perimeter of the triangle that we want to draw. Next we have to draw these angles of 60 degree and 70 degree, and we draw both these angles at, suppose we are saying this point is P and this point is Q. At P we have drawn the angle of 60 degree and at Q we have drawn an angle of 70 degree. We are saying this angle over here this is 60 degree and this angle over here it is 70 degrees. Now in the next step we will bisect these angles. So to bisect these angles we have by keeping the compass, we open the compass to a fixed radius R and we draw an arc over here. This arc we have drawn. Then in the next step we keep the compass at this point and mark an arc over here. Then we keep the compass at this point and mark an arc over here, and we obtain the bisector of this angle over here. This is the bisector of this angle. Next, similarly at this point Q, we keep this compass and draw an arc over here. Next we keep the compass at this point, we draw an arc over here. We keep the compass at this point and draw an arc over here, and we join these 2 points, and on joining these 2 points we obtain this line, and this point we have obtained over here where these two lines, these two angle bisector, they are intersecting. We are calling this point as A. This is the point we are saying. Suppose this is the point A. Now in the next step we will draw the perpendicular bisectors of PA and QA. So to draw the perpendicular bisector of PA, what we are going to do is we will keep the compass at this point A and we will mark an arc over here, an arc over here. These are the 2 arcs that we have drawn. And then by keeping the compass at this point P again, this point P we are talking about, we mark 2 arcs over here. These are the 2 arcs that we are going to mark over here, and we obtain, when we join these 2 points, this line we are saying this is the perpendicular bisector. This line is the perpendicular bisector, and this point over here, this is the midpoint of these 2, and this is the point where this perpendicular bisector is meeting on the line PQ. I am explaining in this figure what we have done right now. We have drawn this line PQ. The length of this line PQ is 12 centimeter. Then we have drawn this angle over here, this is 60 degree. Then we have drawn this angle over here, this is 70 degree. We have drawn the bisector of these angles. This angle we are saying this is 30 degree, and this angle we are saying this is 35 degrees. The point where these two bisectors are meeting, we are calling this point as A. Next we have drawn, this is the perpendicular bisector of PA, and this is the perpendicular bisector of AQ. We are talking about this is the line PA, and this is the perpendicular bisector of PA. This is the line AQ, and this is the perpendicular bisector of AQ. And the point where it is meeting this line PQ, this point, these 2 points, we are saying these are the points B and C. So when we join these 3 points, we are talking about these 3 points now, AB, AC and BC. We join these 3 points and we obtain this triangle over here, and we are saying this is the required triangle where this angle, if we measure, it will be 60 degree, and this angle will be 70 degrees. Now suppose we are saying the lengths over here, we are saying suppose this length it is A, this length it is B, and this length we are saying it is C. We are talking about these 3 lengths over here. Now as this line I am talking about this line over here, that is perpendicular bisector of PA is there. This is the perpendicular bisector of PA. It means this length PB and this length AB, both these lengths, these are equal. So what we have is, if this length is A, it means this BA length is also A. If this length is C, then we are saying this length is also, this length over here, this is also C, because the distance of this point CQ and distance of this point CA, both these two are equal. Now what we have is the sum of A plus B plus C is 12 centimeter. Sum of these 3, A plus B plus C, is 12 centimeter. So what we get is that sum of all these 3 sides, A plus B plus C, that is perimeter of this triangle. We are saying the perimeter of this triangle, it is 12 centimeters. And this is, and next these 2 angles we are talking about, this is 60 degree and this is 70 degree. So we are saying if these 2 sides, this side is A and this side is A, this angle is 30 degree, then automatically this angle is also of measure 30 degree. This is the exterior opposite angle. This angle we are saying its value will be 30 plus 30 is equal to 60 degree. Similarly, if this angle is 35 degrees, then this angle at A over here, this is also 35 degrees. We are saying both these angles, this angle and this angle, both these angles, these are of measure 35 degree. This is the exterior opposite angle. So the value of this angle will be sum of these 2 angles. So sum of these 2 angles will be 35 plus 35 is equal to 70 degrees. So sum of these 2 angles is 70 degrees. So we get this triangle ABC, sum of whose side is 12 centimeter, and these 2 angles, this angle is 60 degree and this angle is 70 degrees. Next we have to construct a triangle ABC whose perimeter is 13.5 centimeter and its sides are in the ratio 2:3:4. So if perimeter is 13.5 centimeter, so we can measure the length of the sides now. We are saying the sides will be the sum of these 3 values, 2 plus 3 plus 4, this is equal to 9. So the length of the sides will be 2 by 9 into 13.5. Next is 3 by 9 into 13.5. And next is 4 by 9 into 13.5. So when we measure the length of these 3 sides, we obtain that the 3 sides of the triangle are 3 centimeter, 4.5 centimeter and 6 centimeter. And we know how we can draw this triangle. we are saying we can draw a line over here of length 6 centimeter. Then by keeping the compass at this point, we draw an arc over here of length. This arc we are saying this is of length say 3 centimeter. Then in the next step we will keep the compass at this point and we will draw an arc of 4.5 centimeter. We join these points. This is 3 centimeter and this is 4.5 centimeter. So we can draw this triangle. Now we will learn another method over here to see how we can draw this triangle. So we are saying the first thing we are going to do is we have drawn a line, this line XY we are saying, and the length of this line is 13.5 centimeters. Next we draw a ray XZ we are talking about, and it is at some angle on this line. This ray XZ we have drawn, and it is we have drawn in the downward direction, and it is drawn at some acute angle in the downward direction. Then we mark an arc by keeping the compass at this point X. This point we are saying it is X. By keeping the compass at this point X, we mark the points on this line at a distance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Likewise we draw at the distance of 1 unit, we draw 9 points over here. Why we are drawing 9 points? Because the sum of these three ratios we are saying this is 9. So we are saying we have drawn 9 points over here. So what we have done two things. First thing, we are saying we have drawn a line of length 13.5 centimeter. Second thing we have done, we have drawn this line of 9 centimeter length and we have marked this point at unit distance. Now these are the points we are talking about. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Now in the next step, this is the ninth point we are marking, it is N. We have joined this N and Y. We have joined these 2 points N and Y. We have this line XY. We have this line XN. We have joined the point N and Y. Then we require the ratio to be 2:3:4. Then the second point we have, it is L. And then the third point after this, it is M. Now we draw the line parallel to NY passing through M. This line we are saying we have drawn over here. Then we draw the line passing through L and parallel to NY. We are talking about these two lines over here. This is the line NY and this is the line LB. These are the two lines we are talking about. And these lines, this line when we are drawing, we are saying we have drawn a line parallel to NY and passing through this point M. And the point we are intersecting with this line XY, we are saying this point is C. Then this line we have drawn from L and parallel to NY, and the point we are intersecting XY, this point we are saying it is B. These are the 2 points we are talking about. Now the next thing we have to do is we have to draw a arc, we are saying, and we have to keep the compass at this point B first. We are talking about we will keep the compass at this point B first, and we will take this BX as the radius and we draw this arc over here. This arc we have drawn over here. Now next we have keep the compass at this point C over here, and radius we have kept, it is CY, and we have drawn this arc over here. Now we are saying this point over here, this point is the point where these two arcs, these are intersecting. We are saying this point is A. Now we join this AB and we join this AC. We join this AB and we join this AC, and we are saying that this triangle we have obtained over here, this ABC, this triangle we have obtained over here, this is the point A, this is the point B, and this is the point C. This triangle we have obtained over here, this is the required triangle. And if we measure the lengths of these three sides, we obtain that the length of this AB we have obtained, this AB length, this is 3 centimeter. The length of this BC we have obtained, it is 4.5 centimeter, and length of CA that we have obtained, it is 6 centimeter. And this thing proves that these three lines AB is to BC is to CA, these three lines, these are in the ratio of 2:3:4. Now next we are talking about some properties of rhombus. So we are saying that we know that a rhombus is a quadrilateral. We are talking about a rhombus. So first thing, it is a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral means it has 4 sides. Then the next property of the rhombus we have that all the sides they are equal in length. All these sides, all these 4 sides they are equal in length, and adjacent angles are supplementary. Adjacent angle means if we are saying this angle is x, this is y, this is z, and this is w, then adjacent angle means x plus y is 180, y plus z is 180. These are the properties that we have. Next, opposite angles are equal. Opposite angle means x and z, these are equal. Y and w, these are equal angle. And then the next property we have the diagonal, they bisect each other at right angle. So if we draw the diagonals over here, we have both these diagonals, these are perpendicular bisector of each other. That is, the diagonal they bisect at 90 degree to each with each other. Now the next thing that we have to do is we have to construct a rhombus, each of whose side is of length 3.4 centimeter and one of its angle is 45 degrees. So what we are going to do is we will start by drawing a line over here, and this length of this line is 3.4 centimeters. Now we have this angle over here, it is 45 degrees. So we construct an angle of 45 degree over here, and we know how we construct the angle. We draw an arc over here. Then without changing the radius, we keep the tip of the compass at this point and we mark 2 arcs over here. This first arc, this will represent an angle of 60 degree. This second arc will represent an angle of 120 degree. Next we want to bisect this angle. So when we bisect this angle, we keep the compass at this point and we draw an arc over here. We keep the compass at this point and we draw an arc over here, and we join these 2 points and we obtain an angle of this arc, this line, this is at an angle of 90 degree. Now in the next step we have to bisect this angle. So we keep the compass at this point, we draw an arc over here, we keep the compass at this point and we draw an arc over here, and we obtain that this line we have obtained, this is at an angle of 45 degrees. Similarly, at this point, we are saying this point is A, at point B we draw an angle of, on the similar ways we draw an angle of 45 degrees over here. We draw this angle of, we have extended this and we have drawn an angle of 45 degrees over here. Now we know that the length of all the sides, it is 3.4 centimeter. So we open the compass with the radius of 3.4 centimeter. We keep the compass at point A and we mark an arc over here by keeping this compass for the radius 3.4 centimeter. We mark an arc over here. We mark this point as D. Next we keep the tip of the compass at this point B and we mark an arc over here, and we are saying this point over here, it is C. We join these 2 points D and C. So what we obtain is this length is 3.4, this length is 3.4, this length is 3.4, this angle is 45, this angle is 45. So this length will also be equal to 3.4 centimeter, and these lines, these are parallel to each other. So we obtain that required rhombus. Next we have to construct the rhombus whose diagonals are 4 centimeter and 6 centimeter in length. So first of all we roughly draw this rhombus. So we are saying the diagonals are 4 centimeter and 6 centimeter. This length we are saying this is 4 centimeter, and this length we are saying this is 6 centimeter. Now we know that the diagonals of a rhombus, they bisect each other at 90 degree angle. So what we obtain is that this length is 2 centimeter, this length is 2 centimeter, this length is 3 centimeter, and this length is 3 centimeters. And this angle over here, this angle is 90 degrees. So we are saying if we join these points, we will obtain the required rhombus. So basically we have to draw two lines which are perpendicular bisector of which are perpendicular to each other, and they should be in this form, that this length should be 4 centimeter and it is perpendicular bisector of this line we have to draw. So what we are going to do, we are going to draw a line of 4 centimeter length. This line we have drawn and its length we are saying it is 4 centimeter. Next we draw the perpendicular bisector of this line. So to draw the perpendicular bisector means, suppose these points are A and C. We keep the compass at this point. We draw this arc over here and this arc over here. Next we keep the compass at the point A and we draw these two arcs over here. We draw these two arcs over here and we join these two points. And we are saying this is the perpendicular bisector of AC. Now we know that this length should be 3 and this length should be 3 centimeter. We are talking about these two lengths over here. These are 3 centimeter length. So what we are going to do is, we are going to open the compass to the length 3 centimeter. We keep the compass at this point O. We mark an arc over here. We mark an arc over here. These lengths we are saying these are 3 centimeter. And this length we are saying this is 3 centimeter. And this point we are saying this is point D. And this point we are saying this is point B. We join these points. We join the point AD. We join the point DC. We join the point BA. And we join the point BC. And we are saying that this rhombus that we have obtained over here, this ABCD, this is the required rhombus that we have. This is the required rhombus that we have to